Hi all, welcome to English 1205. I feel goofy introducing this course over video, but remember Colton said this is okay, so here we go. My students often tell me that they value education, and more specifically, that they value being a person who is well-read. The issue that many students lament is the lack of time to actually read. But they do value reading. Why? Well, we recognize that literature reflects the human condition. It reflects who we are and why we are. It reflects the trauma and the triumphs that life presents. We see that in literature. Literature provides us a mirror to help us understand who we are, but it also provides for us a window to look out and gain new perspectives, see who other people are, and obliterate dangerous single stories about other people. Literature is classified as fiction and nonfiction. In this course, we will focus on fiction, a narrative that originates in the imagination of the author rather than literature that focuses strictly on history and facts. Even as fiction, literature teaches us about our world, about ourselves, about our history, our future, the people in our world, our past. Most importantly, though, literature teaches us how to understand ourselves and our place in this world. Writing literature is a form of communication. It's communication across the ages that reflects its time's social, cultural, and historical values. We'll read and we'll discuss some great stories in this class, and I hope that we'll have a good time doing it. I value discussion and your participation. I value your interpretations. Learning happens when ideas collide, when we disagree. Learning doesn't happen when ideas are recited and then memorized and regurgitated, but really learning about ourselves and our world happens when ideas collide and we're forced to think. I don't need you to agree with everything that your classmates say, or most importantly, everything that I say about my interpretations of literature. I want your disagreements or agreements, but I want them to be based on thoughtful examination of the material that we're reading and your own beliefs and values about your world. In order to have that good discussion, we're going to start with a piece of reading. You're going to read something by Adler titled How to Mark a Book. This is linked on the bottom of this video. It's a little bit just about how to be a good reader, how to engage and enter into reading. It's nothing new. Adler is an author who has published books largely focused on the educated audience, published books, though, about how to be a more fulfilled person. So you're going to be reading one chapter from his book to get us ready for the kind of reading that we're going to be doing in this class. Many of the stories that we're going to be reading in this class will contain strong language, and it will deal with ideas that are sometimes absurdly called adult issues. I'm not sure what adult issues mean, maybe distinct from Chuck E. Cheese, perhaps, I'm not sure. I was in a college course and my professor told me, deal or drop. If you can't handle talking about the adult issues, in my experience, we enjoy talking about them. The second piece of reading that we're going to do to get us ready for the kind of reading we'll do in this class is written by Adler Hall. Adler Hall is a famous textbook editor. If you can imagine becoming famous because you edited a literature textbook, it happens, folks. Maybe a goal for you one day. But Adler Hall was the editor of the previous literature book that I've used in this class and continues to be a famous author when it comes to understanding literature and understanding ourselves and our world. So you're going to be reading the introduction to a literature textbook that Adler Hall edited, and that introduction is also attached to the end of this video. So that's it for today. You have this part done, you watch me talk a bit, watch me introduce the class, thanks for tuning in. You're going to read two short pieces, that Adler, How to Mark a Book, and the Introduction to Literature by Adler Hall. Come prepared to class on Tuesday to talk about these two pieces and to get started reading our first piece of literature that I get to read to you tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Enjoy your day off. I may have access to email while I'm learning how to be a great teacher. I'm excited. But if you have questions, you can try to email or Snapchat, and I will do my best to get back to you. And I'll see you Tuesday.